interesting one here in the Mirror. Land of De Free. Now, this is an exclusive by Jeremy Cross here, saying that David Beckham's Inter Miami have made Kevin De Bruyne their number one transfer target. The MLS club in America are growing increasingly confident of being able to land the Man City superstar next summer. Now, De Bruyne will become a free agent in June when his Man City deal runs out, and Inter Miami bosses will look to open talks with De Bruyne next month if he has failed to agree a new deal with Pep Guardiola's men. Now, De Bruyne considered leaving City last summer. That was following interest from a host of Saudi Arabian clubs. I mean, first of all, how big a loss would Kevin De Bruyne be?
Well, he'd be big, but he's getting injured a little bit more often now. Look, if Miami got Messi, they certainly can get De Bruyne. So that'd be and he'd be brilliant in that league. I mean, it's a little bit slower probably. You know, he's still a very important player for City. But
we saw it last night, didn't we? We saw it. He's still an important player.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'd be all down to him, really, Ali, wouldn't it? If he fancied a change,
it's
his
a
family.
funny one, mate. I don't know what you think, Ray. I'm sure I heard somewhere that he fancied American. He particularly actually fancied the West Coast rather than East Coast.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and I don't know Kevin De Bruyne, but I could see him more in America than I could, you know, in Saudi, to be honest with you. I just think he's one of these guys, he's probably, you know, I don't think money is absolutely everything to him.
No.
He's clearly financially sound, and I think the quality of his life probably...
better.
Yeah. I think that probably means more to him, Ray, than anything else. And I think he could nip over there with his family and have 2 or 3 years there where they can enjoy it, he can enjoy it. I don't know. It's a kind of, you know, hunch I've got, Katie. I could certainly see him more in America than I could in Saudi.
Katie, what would you say if Kevin De Bruyne was your husband and he come home one night and he went, babe, where's your fancy going, Miami or Saudi Arabia?
Well, first of all, Kevin De Bruyne would be my husband. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? But
you will be sitting there, put it that way.
Exactly. What are you trying to say? No, I know. Well,
Bet you never thought you get asked that on a Friday morning, Katie.
Mrs. De Bruyne. But no, I think what's interesting about De Bruyne, and well, first of all, answering your question, into Miami, that would be a lovely lifestyle to have. But I was actually at the Man City game against Nottingham Forest, speaking to Pep Guardiola after the game, and Pep Guardiola could clearly see that he was delighted to have De Bruyne back. He's been suffering with a groin issue that he said that it's been just so painful to play through. They've been having to manage his workload quite a lot. So, but he came back. He was back in the starting lineup, and he was back amongst the goals within 8 minutes. I don't think City can afford to lose De Bruyne.
How long has he been there now? 10, 11 years?
Yeah, around that.
Right, so he must be looking at records and what sort of appearance records and all that sort of stuff. So that comes into it sometimes. He might say, look, I don't need no more money. And we're very happy in Manchester, our family, and they must be happy. They've been there 10 years, so they know exactly what to expect. So he might look at records or something like that and say, I can be he will be a legend now. Going forward, and I'm sure there'll be a statue straight up when he does leave. But you know, he might be looking at saying, "What can I beat in that Man City, you know, records and all that sort of stuff?"
It's a funny one, Ray, though, as well. But I take your point. I actually think he might be at the stage now. You know, I've done all I can do at City. You know, there looks as though at some point, probably during this season, certainly in the summer, there's going to have to be if not a change in the guard. You think there's going to have to be 1 or 2 new faces coming in. They definitely look, I know that they're comfortable one, and I know Forest had 1 or 2 chances with Gibbs White and Big Wood, but I just think they look as though the team and the squad needs freshened up a little bit, mate. So I'm thinking to myself, he's obviously a player that really thinks about everything on and off the pitch. And it's a strange one. Listen, I'm the same as you guys. I don't want to see him go at all. I think when he plays and he plays well, he's still one of the best midfielders in the country by a stretch. But I don't know, I just feel he might feel it's time to go and enjoy himself in a different environment for a couple of years. But time will tell. What do you think?
Well, the club itself, I mean, they've got to look at it after their interests as well. And he wouldn't be, he'd be on a good salary at Man City. They know that. And at Arsenal, when I was there, Ali, I don't know about you, when you go to 30, 31, 32, you only got a 1-year contract every year.
Yeah. And he's 34 when his time runs
exactly.
out.
So maybe he can get that 2 or 3 year contract in Miami, go and enjoy it for 3 years and then call it a day. But I don't know. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne can only make that decision himself and his family. So, but as Ali says there, we'd be gutted that he left because I really do enjoy when he's on form. Him and Haaland, how they connect together is brilliant, and he's been one of the best players in the Premier League. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
he won't be short of an offer or two. That's for sure. He will not be short of an offer or two.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.